Hey guys, Michael the Comic Nerd here. As you can see, I'm by myself today. I'm so sorry. I know we've been kind of on a hiatus for the past week. There's a reason for that. Actually, a couple of reasons for that. The main reason is, if you watch a Good Dinosaur review, you know I've been sick as a dog lately. Every time I tried to record a review for anything, I just got into these horrible, debilitating coughing fits. It got to the point. My body literally forced me to take a break from making videos until I can get to the point where I can start talking like a normal human being again. And quite frankly, it's still kind of iffy. I mean, I just tried recording this review just yesterday, and I got a minute into it before I started having huge hacking fits. So, we're going to try it again, because I want to talk about this movie. I do want to talk about this movie, and there's other movies, like, everyone's fucking sick right now. Everyone's sick. It's whatever the fuck this is, it's going around, everyone's got it, and, well, most people got it, and everyone's been just out of commission, everyone's tired, it's finals week next week, everyone's busy, so we just haven't had as much time to work on this stuff, and of course, I have literally been physically incapable of making these videos, until now. I mean, so far it's the longest in a review, if I go with that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, I'm dosed up on Advil and Mucinex. I got orange juice. I'm doing everything in my goddamn power to try to stay healthy here. So, let's talk about Victor Frankenstein. Now, this movie I actually saw last Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, last Saturday, and I saw it myself because I wasn't originally planning to go see this movie. Well, I mean, I wanted to, but it wasn't on my priority list until I saw somewhere about just how over-the-top James McAvoy performance was, and immediately I was like, okay, fuck yes, I gotta go see this movie. This is my kind of movie. God damn it, every time. This is like the fourth time I've tried recording this review. And that is the fourth time I've had to stop recording because of an awful coughing fit. You see what I'm dealing with here? Anyway, so I'm going to talk about this as fast as I can because my body clearly won't let me talk about it for too long. So, Victor Frankenstein has 20% of Rotten Tomato. I do not get why. Because you know what? I had a damn fun time watching this movie. It's fucking entertaining. Alright? Oh my god. This is kind of like what I said with the Spectre reviews. Like critics are just so far up their own ass this year. It's like, okay, can we just take a step back and just enjoy a movie for what it is, for what it's obviously trying to be, for what it's obviously going for? This movie is not trying to be epic. It's not trying to be dramatic. It's not trying to be more than what it is. It knows what it is. It's a comedy. It's like a a sci-fi action comedy. It is. The way these actors are playing it, the way the script is written, everything. There's no way this is done without the intention of being a comedy. And this is a case where, like, guys, not every movie needs to be spotlight. Not every movie needs to be this dark, heavy, moody, dramatic thing, or not every, like, action movie needs to be a Marvel movie. It's okay to have one that's just dumb fun. And that's what this movie is. It's dumb fun. It's fucking entertaining. And that's all I need from movies sometimes. I mean, this is a movie that I couldn't talk anyone else into going seeing, and now I'm even more bummed out that I saw it by myself, because, like, no one's going to believe me now that this is a fun movie. And it's like, damn it! Damn it, this is a good movie, no one's gonna believe me! Ugh, man. So I'm miffed about that, but, I mean, granted, I'm not gonna say, like, the movie only really works because of James McAvoy. James McAvoy 100% makes this movie work. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe's good, but he's so completely overshadowed by James McAvoy here. Which is weird, because the movie's largely about Daniel Radcliffe as Igor. Much more than it is about James McAvoy, but my god. James McAvoy's Victor Frankenstein just brings 120% to this movie. He is just hamming it up off the wall every scene he's in, but he does it, even then, the way he's doing it, is still just brilliantly playing a character. It is such an entertaining character. It's kind of like Gary Oldman in The Professional, you know? It's like, yeah, he's been insanely over the top, but he's still playing a character, and a character is kind of strangely believable in a weird way. I mean, granted, James McAvoy hamminess isn't quite up to par with Gary Oldman in The Professional, but still. Christ almighty. Alright, so, I mean, even the way the movie is introduced, the movie starts out, I'll admit kind of dramatically, or it starts out as Daniel Radcliffe as the Hunchback, where he's this big, he works involuntarily at a circus. He was kind of just adopted from a kid, and he's just kind of forced to be there. And he's this horrible hunch, and he gets beaten up every night. He's treated like absolute shit. Christ almighty. Anyway. So he's beat up every night, but his only solace is like the trapeze woman that's above him that's named Lorelei. That's her name. And also that in his spare time he studies anatomy. He studies the human body because he finds it fascinating. Because I guess if you grew up with a large deformity on your back and you had nothing better to do, I guess I can kind of see it too. Anyway, the movie starts out where it's like, and this would be like with an over narration, and Daniel Radcliffe's like, and this is my life, and I always thought this would be my life. That is until the day I met that man. And then, of course, James McAvoy's Victor Frankenstein comes up, and that's the same night that Lorelei happens to accidentally fall down from the rafters, and both Radcliffe and James McAvoy realize, because they're both geniuses with the human body, that, oh no, she's broken her collarbone and it's like blocked off her lungs. So Radcliffe very quickly MacGyvers a way to save her life, and Victor Frankenstein becomes very impressed and decides, like, okay, I want you as a partner. But not before you get the way they introduce the opening cards, which is great all by itself. We're just, after saving the girl and Frankenstein does, like, this charismatic showmanship bullshit, he goes, wait, I didn't get your name! And Frankenstein turns, and the screen just goes, Victor Frankenstein, with a large stitch in the middle of the screen. And then it gets back. He doesn't say anything, he just turns around and walks away. So for all intents and purposes, Igor still doesn't know his name by the time they actually team up in the first act. But anyway, circus people get mad because he learned stuff, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, James McAvoy comes to spring him loose, and they go off, and Victor Frankenstein takes him to his secret laboratory, which is like an abandoned soap factory, which is like, okay, that's already pretty great. And right away, it's get a feeling just how insane McAvoy just playing this character, and it's amazing. Like, it starts out with going, oh, you're not a hunchback, you just have a lot of pus in this cyst of yours. I'm paraphrasing, it's some more technical name, but that's basically what it was. So he just he fucking corners him. He corners him in a wall, and he goes, okay, and he just stands super still. Radcliffe suspects something is up, and he just gets really suspicious and itchy. And Radcliffe just goes, just be very still, just watch it for a moment, throws him against the wall, grabs this giant fucking needle thing, goes, stab, in the hunchback, and then grabs this fucking long tube, sucks it out like it's a fucking, tank of gas, spits out, pours the pus into, this bucket, drains the whole thing out, takes it out, and he goes, okay, there, you're cured. And he just dumps the bucket outside the window. And from the background, he hears, ah! From the background, which just means he just fell on some poor woman, or just poor people. This is the kind of fucking movie it is. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I so enjoyed this movie, and it's like that from beginning to end. And, so... Igor, who at this point was not given the name Igor, that's when Victor Frankenstein basically was like, oh, by the way, I had this flatmate, his name was Igor something. He doesn't really that often, no one really likes him, and no one really knows who he looked like, so if anyone asks, you're Igor now. And then he leaves. She's like, okay, I'm Igor now. And from there, the whole movie is just about how Igor kind of slowly starts to realize, even though it's apparently obvious, just how much of a fucking whack job Frankenstein is, and how much just and like kind of goes into I owe him everything, but should I really be following this madman? And that's what everyone else was telling him too. Was like, dude, this guy's fucking crazy. You need to get the fuck out. But he still like they still have this kind of nice friendship, even though Frankenstein is kind of abusive. I mean, not physically, just a mentally and emotionally an abusive person to be around. I mean, it's like he's nice to be with as long as you don't disagree with him. I'm kind of repeating the point someone else in their review I saw of it made, but yeah, that's basically what it is. But either way, I kind of like the relationship, even though he is kind of an abusive dick. Like they still, when they get along, they still have this really great relationship, and it's like it's a lot of fun to watch. Like I said, I don't know if it's technically is in the same universe as the Dracula Untold movie. I would love it if it is. I would be so 100% down for that. Because the same actor who played I'm guessing Nosferatu in Dracula Untold also plays Frankenstein's dad in this movie. So that makes me wonder a whole host of questions. It was like, wait, so did Nosferatu in like the centuries leading up to present day just decide to have a couple kids along the way? One of them just happened to be Frankenstein? Okay. That's one of those things I'd probably just go with it, but it's like, okay, I mean, is that how they're connecting together? I don't really know, but I'm down for it. I'm down, fuck it, sure. But along the way, we get stuff like there's a weird, like, zombie monkey thing. Yeah, that's their big first, like, the proto-Frankenstein monster. It's this weird monkey zombie thing named Gordon, who they just call like, what the hell is that? Oh, that's Gordon. Don't worry about it. It's Gordon. Let me show you let's see how we bring him back to life. But when they decide to show Gordon to, like, the actual university that Frankenstein's supposed to be going to in this movie, the monkey, he becomes radically more alive than they anticipated, and just kind of runs wild at the university, and Radcliffe eventually stops him. But that's when we get introduced to our one of like 2 or 3 kind of main villains that are just kind of villains out of nowhere. Is just the rich, pompous kid that looks like Malfoy, except like 10 years older, who says like, oh yes, we can use your technology. Can you make something bigger? And it's like, yes, we can make a man. Ah! And then it got, I mean, at this point he seems like a pompous rich guy. Like, if he was evil, you wouldn't be that surprised. And when he does turn out to be evil, you're not all that surprised, but at the same time, it does also strangely still feel like it kind of comes out of nowhere. Because there's a part of the movie where there's also this detective played by Moriarty, which is Moriarty from Sherlock, which is kind of ironic, actually. Who, to be fair, is not bad in this. He's not bad in this. He's not great, but he's not bad in this. He suspects something is up and really disagrees with Frankenstein's work under religious reasons. Oh! I forgot about the sperm scene! Yes, I gotta talk about the sperm scene. I know, I'm sorry. I'm disgusting. I'm full of mucus and all kinds of lovely material. But anyway, there's this fucking fantastic scene where, like, I guess it's, like, shortly after Gordon's, like, construction, before Radcliffe learns about it, McAvoy comes up to Radcliffe. He goes like, we're celebrating. We're going out on the town, so let us be off. And then they go off into town, and Radcliffe's like, I've never done this kind of thing before. What do I do? Like, how do I handle myself? It's like, oh, just be fine, stand up straight, and don't embarrass me. And the immediate next shot is James McAvoy at a table going, sperm in a bucket. We don't need, just give me the eggs, give me the sperm, we can make babies. We don't need, like, but where the wells come in? Exactly. We don't need women. We have science. Science can make babies. And it's just, it's amazing. There's so much movies like, it's such a spectacularly entertaining movie, and I can't believe more people don't like it. Like, it's the ones I'm frustrated that I like and people don't. It's like, my God, have fun, people. It's okay to like stupid things now and again. But the even better part is when Radcliffe runs into Lorelai again. Like, they both kind of found new lives outside of the circus, and they start talking again. and Frankenstein is he's downstairs in the main ballroom, and he's yelling and hollering about something. But then, like, Radcliffe just mentions, like, briefly, like, oh, yes, we're working on the sign project. And he just magically pops out of the middle of the corner and just goes, what are you guys talking about? And Radcliffe does, like, a double take, like, wait, how did you do just fucking great. Fucking great. Nobody likes this movie. This movie, gotta fuck you guys. I don't usually do that. It's like, okay, I mean, I get why people don't like this movie. I get why they don't like it. But at the same time, I was like, oh, man, lighten up. Line up, because it's so much fun! It's so much fun! I mean, eventually all this, and I think my favorite scene in the movie is a scene where, this is shortly after Frankenstein's dad comes in, he gives this horrible lecture, and Radcliffe comes in, he's trying to make him feel better by talking about how they're going to make the Frankenstein monster. So they get really super drunk, and they start drunkenly drawing, making these complex and anatomical designs for the Frankenstein monster. How they're gonna give him 2 hearts and 2 sets of lungs to deal with the blood capacity and get the body moving faster so I can burn more energy and stuff like that. And they're getting more and more drunk, so the ideas start getting more absurd. And, like, my favorite part is a line in the movie where McAvoy is just drawing chalk on the wall, and he just starts, and we're gonna give him a flat head. And Radcliffe just goes, why? Because I like it. Yeah, that's just the kind of movie it is. It's that kind of movie, and it's spectacular. And oh my god, I can't believe more people don't like this movie. I just can't believe that. But anywho, and even though it all leads into the finale where we actually do get Frankenstein monster, and I was so happy because I mean, like, this point the movie's kind of jumped the shark a little bit, and this is the part where this is probably where I lost a lot of people. I'm speculating, though. Maybe the rest of the movie lost a lot of people, but I don't know. Either way, because at this point, the evil rich people turn out to be evil, and they decide to randomly just try to kill Igor just because. But Igor is still alive, and he comes to rescue, trying one last time to talk his friend out of doing the Frankenstein monster thing, but too late. Frankenstein monster is already out. He's alive, and he comes. And of course he goes on a gigantic murder spree. And by the way, the scene with Igor and Frankenstein, at the end when he's trying to convince him to, he's making one last heartfelt plea to not make the Frankenstein monster, not go through with it, is actually kind of a nice heartfelt moment. It's actually kind of earned. And I was actually pretty impressed by that, just because of the dynamic between the two characters. Like, okay, as dumb as this whole moment is, it is kind of an earned moment, so I kind of respect that, and it kind of fucking works, because McAvoy, even though he knows he's in a kind of a stupid movie, he's acting the shit out of it. Like, he's got tears going, he is giving everything into this, and he's having such a blast doing it. Radcliffe too, everyone's doing, really putting a lot of effort into this movie. And kind of putting it, just above what I would consider a standard B movie for me. And I think that's why I was, extra surprised with this. Okay, this is legitimately trying to be a little bit more than a B movie, but not so much as trying to be a serious movie. And I respect it for that. I respect it for trying to do it. I think it, by and large, succeeded. But what I liked with the Frankenstein monster is that, from what I can tell, it's all practical effects. It looks, and if it's not, it's really good CGI. Because, the monster, it has this great design, the way it's cut, the way, they put the prosthetics on, the way he looks, the way he walks, it all looks great. And it's yes, that's how a modernized version of Frankenstein should look. Not like that stupid design they went with for Van Helsing, where he was kind of a weird opera singer and he had a electro head. I don't know, that whole thing was weird. But it was okay, that is a legitimately kind of creepy, intense looking Frankenstein and a Frankenstein monster, and that it works really well. Where the head is flat, but it's not too flat. The body's square, the jaw's square, but it makes sense anatomically, and it's just the way the stitches are done. And it looks really, really good. And it all works through practical effects too, which makes it all the better. I mean, and of course the movie ends with the Frankenstein monster's dead, but of course in this version, Victor Frankenstein survives, and God, I would love this movie got a sequel. It's not gonna happen because the movie's already out of theaters after like only 2 weeks, in which I was very disappointed to find out after seeing it. I was like, man, guys, really? Come on. I mean, the theater I saw it in was pretty crowded, so maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just being harsher than they should be. But anywho, so yeah, Victor Frankenstein. If you can't tell already, I really enjoy this movie from what I remember of it. I mean, granted, I saw it like a while back, so I could be like, I don't know, maybe I could be remembering wrong. But anyway, from what I saw, remember, I really had a good time with it. I think people are being way too harsh on this one, and I think people need to lighten the hell up. I did get a bunch of trailers, though, so I will talk about that. I mean, this is probably going to be a shorter review, because, again, it's just me, and it's a few days after I saw the movie, so I'm going off just what I remember, but I remember I got some really good fucking trailers. Okay. Oh, yeah. I got a trailer for a movie called The Other Side of the Door, which is, like, it's a weird movie where fucking Laurie from The Walking Dead fucks up another thing. That was the one thing I was thinking of when I was seeing the trailer. Because, like, it's Laurie from The Walking Dead, and she makes a huge mistake that she should not have made. There's no reason she should have done this. And immediately, your first thought afterwards, the same thought I had during, like, Walking Dead Season 1, 2, and 3, which is like, fucking Laurie, god damn it. Fuck, you fucked it up again. Fuck off. But it's a ghost movie. It's your standard kind of horror movie, Drek. It doesn't look anything like spectacular. Then I got the Deadpool trailer. God damn, I hope this movie is good. I mean, just one for Ryan Reynolds, because God help the man, he has not had a good comic book movie ever. And he's made, like, what, 3-4 attempts at it now, with, like, Wolverine, Green Lantern, and now this movie. He needs a win when it comes to superhero movies, and it looks like he's giving his all. If nothing else, still, he could probably just take his character into, like, web videos and make a killing. But, God, I'm really hoping this takes off for him. I really hope this movie's good. It's a February release, which makes me a little concerned, but I'm hoping for the best with this one. And then I got, that was gross. Then I got a trailer for The Masked Saint. Oh, my God. If you don't know what this movie is, look it up. It looks... Oh, my God. It's a... How do I even describe this in a way that make... Okay. The simplest way I could put this, it is a ex-wrestling vigilante Christian movie. So it's a Christmas movie with a wrestler vigilante called, you guessed it, The Masked Saint. Oh my God. I mean, as soon as I saw the trailer, I wanted to text Wes and go, dude, I just saw a trailer for this movie. We're definitely going to go watch it. It's going to be amazing. Oh my God. I mean, man, that's a January release. Man, it's going to be rough, but we're definitely going to go see that. I'm going to find a way. And then I got a movie called Pride. I don't even remember that one. Then I got a new trailer for The Finest Hours, which I think I've talked about that plenty before. This one didn't add much new to it, so not much we're talking about. Looks like it's probably going to be Nightmares. And then we got The Gods of Egypt, which looks terrible, but might be a fun, campy B movie. I don't know. It does look like a video game. And it's like, I don't know. It's got, like, the King of Sparta versus the Kingslayer, so that's going to be, might be kind of fun. I don't know. It looks like this year's, next year's version of The Clash of the Titans when that reboot came out a few years ago. And the CGI looks almost the exact same, so honestly, it would not be that much of a stretch. And then on top of all this, I got that weird trailer for the Witch, or is it the Vivitch? Because the way they spell it in the trailer looks like 2 V's, but it's supposed to be Witch, so I don't know how the proper pronunciation is, but I don't know. It looks spooky, but it also looks kind of like doing that. It does that thing in movies where they're trying to be artistic, where they're trying to look artistic, where they take, like, zoom in on shots of just random things, like in this case, it's just a goat face, like, look, it's a goat. Okay, movie, yeah, I see a goat, thank you very much. So yeah, that was the last trailer. So yeah, Victor Frankenstein, I recommend it, so go see it before it goes out of theaters, because it probably will be, by this Friday, so definitely go see it when you get the chance. Everyone's kind of slowly recovering, so we're trying to play a little bit of catch up. Me and Grant are gonna try to catch Crumpus this week, and me and Ron were supposed to review Creed last week, but he got sick too, so he was out of commission. We're gonna try to do that on Friday though, so let's hope for the best on that. Otherwise, next week's gonna be a little hectic because next week is finals week, but we'll still do the best we can to catch up. But after that week, like after the 18th, I'm gonna do my best to start getting videos out on a daily basis again, or at least most days of the week again, because I really want to get back into that, even around Christmas. So, and I will be releasing a new episode of Michael the Comic Nerd around Christmas again. It won't be a Christmas special, but I will be releasing a new episode. I've been working on it for a while. It's almost done. There's only one little tiny segment to film, but after that, it's finally over, and I'll move on to other projects. So, thank you guys for watching. Sorry I've had to deal with my bodily fluids and all that shit, but hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you all in the next video, whatever that is. See you guys later.